Hi, everybody. Um, Welcome to today's session. I'll give a couple more minutes before we get going. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. As you recall, if you were in the last session or saw the video, today's session, and there'll be a couple more sessions during the class that are really reserved for kind of show and tell, for me to help you guys work through issues that you're having, building dashboards and reports. So hopefully you've been able to create a dashboard sample, or some of the, hopefully it's with meaningful data that you want. It's going to give some actionable intelligence with your organization. Now, now, if you don't want to share your data or share your screen and have me record it or share it with everybody else, that's fine. Just say so. You can either pass over you and we can get together one-on-one, or I can pause the recording and you can share. Just don't share people's names, things like that. If you've got, injury claims and things like that are going on. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm just going to go in alphabetical order. And if I miss you, if you joined late and I missed you, I'm gonna keep this class going for an hour after. So you can log off. Your name is down at the bottom. You can log off, log back on. But I recommend you stay, because a lot of your questions are probably going to be answered by or asked by others and answered. So people do learn a lot out of these type of show and tell sessions, and it shares knowledge, and it shares cool visuals of people have come up with, or ideas of how to display your data, ideas of how to either descriptive or diagnostically analyze your data. So with that all being said, I'm going to start at the top of my list here, and I've got Alyssa Lackey. Are you prepared to share something you built?
Yep, I'll share.
Okay.
My lucky day.
Yeah, you're up. Next time I'll start at the bottom and go up. So.
All right. And actually, I don't have a ton of questions. I'm more interested in seeing what everybody else has. I will say our numbers aren't accurate, so we're still working on data migration, and not all of our hours are in the system. So just FYI. But right now, pretty much the incident data I'm good with, and then I've played around a little bit with just the different details from each injury. The one thing I'm struggling with is when I want to add, let's see. So if I want to add a chart that covers root causes or contributing factors, that's where I have a lot of issues at. And I think a lot of it, here, let me get to a fresh screen.
Yeah, just open up a new tab and you can work a whole new fresh thing. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just put something.
One thing that I like using for root causes are heat maps. So you can, have you tried using a heat map yet? Yeah, these are pretty good for root cause, nature of illness, and body part.
No.
Because you can have
Okay.
x-axis, a y-axis, plus a value in the middle.
So I guess I haven't really found a good data point to pull over for root causes. There's all of
Okay,
these parent, child, and I've tried several of them,
so
and none of
those
them
are
seem
in
to.
module setup. And I'm not sure if you remember me saying, don't use the setup information. Go down to your investigation details.
Okay.
And so you've got root cause analysis there. That's a section, and then your root cause. So if you have mandatory 5Y in your investigations, that's where you're going to find those root causes. Okay, so, and it also depends on how you set it up in your application. It might be a free text field, or it might be a drop down. I'm not sure how you set up, but trying to aggregate root causes if it's free text is going to be tough.
No, it is a drop down for root cause. Our final root cause is free text. So
what you want to do is put that into your, I would put that into your rows. Okay. And then put into your columns, put your location. So location code. Then your heat, put in whether it's recordable. Yeah, put in total recordable, because you might not be doing investigations for, or you can put in total injury and illness. Yeah, go down to put it in heat, the one that has a star by it.
actually, I'd like to do total injury illness.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
So you could see, and this is pretty typical, you've got a huge amount that haven't been identified, or there's no value for root cause. That you can right click on that and filter out no value. So just click on the word no value in your visual. Go to, yeah, just click on that, right click on it. Yeah, no, just go to the no value that you had before and right click on it. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, click the X there. Click on no value. There's the, yeah, exclude. Okay. So that should give you kind of a better display. And, by color coding it, you can also do, cross tabs for it. You can do a list view and be able to filter it by location. There's all different kinds of ways to look at your root cause.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes, it does. And then one more question on contributing factors. We changed these so they don't, well, contributing factors and our investigation questions. We changed them from, I guess, what the template
Also,
was. And
don't put
so,
it. You're still in lookup. Get rid of lookup. Just collapse that setup and lookup.
mm-hmm.
No, that, yeah. No, you're good. Put that back in. You're just in a, you were just in this confusing. I apologize. Put in contributing factors. Contributing factors, or are you talking about cause or nature? You have to go to it's the
No,
investigation.
I think nature is fine. It's mostly from the investigation portion. We've added
Okay.
additional questions that have to be answered in the investigation form. Do those ever get added to this list? Because I noticed they're not options right now.
What I'll show you where you can find those. So start a new tab. Okay, and just create a list or a table visual.
Okay.
Go to a table, yeah. So there's a bunch of standard questions that are in the incident details section that have to do with OSHA and severity and that kind of stuff. Cause of injury, nature, body part, all that stuff. But then you can have in your investigation a bunch of configurable questions and answers. So just delete out contributing factors, because they're going to be in a custom area. So here, collapse your time information, collapse your measures. What we're going to look for, I want you to learn where these are going to be. So these are going to be in your investigation, not setup. They'll never go into setup. Okay, close that. Now go investigation questions. Okay. Now here you're going to have your question. These are, so just drag in question and drop it into either the, yeah, just drop it into a blank space or into your columns area. Yeah. So these are all the questions that you are, that you've created in your investigation. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you can filter this by, you could put in, do you have standard answers like yes, no? You can also,
Yeah, most of them have like radio buttons or drop down. There's a couple that are free text.
are there some specific questions that you want to know the responses to, just for, so there's several ways to do it. You can create data items that can count the number of records that have a certain question as yes, right? Um, so you can, I guess you could search for a question that you have or several questions. What is your goal here on this? For
So
this
like
visual?
we can use this one for example. Are there standard work instructions / SOS available for the job? I would want to be able to see from all of our injuries, how many of them were
Associated
from
with that?
a standard job.
Okay. So go to your fields on your right-hand side, go to filter and find that and filter for that question. Yeah, that's perfect. It's on top. All right. Now drag in your answers, drag in the answer field and put it right below. And now drag in your total injury and illness. And you're going to have the number of injuries that are associated with each of those responses.
Okay.
So with just that there, you can start, you can create data fields. You probably have to, you could filter out NA, right, as a response, perhaps, or perhaps that's valuable. You can put other filters in here by location. But I think this is a good starting point for you to start kind of, because the questions and the answers are both configurable and you can do as many as you want. You have to go through this type of filtering process to get your data.
Okay.
You have specific questions. If you're an audit, you've got a bunch of different questions as well, and you can filter by, you've already got preset, non-preferred responses. So if you're doing questions in audit, you can quickly sort and filter and sort for what questions have the most non-preferred answer, and that's a really good metric to gauge performance across all of your organization as well. So if you have standard questions that are really important at your organization, you could also put that question in your upper filter, and then so if you just delete question and put in location, then you could find per location how many responses to this question, right?
You're saying delete this?
Yeah, you can delete that and then put that filter. You just move that column. Go grab your question again. Okay, pull that up into this tab filters all the way on top. Drop it there. Now filter it there. Yeah. Okay. And from here, you can put in by location, or you can put in like a bar chart or a stack bar. What values at specific, or I guess grab your location and drop it in right up above your answer. or you can also put these in a cross tab.
Okay.
Or you can just revert those to location. Get your answer to be color and location to be your bar.
All right, good.
Does that help?
Yeah, that helps a lot. I could not get any of that data to work with any of the questions, or like root cause and contributing factors, but I think that it's the same issue for contributing factors now that I know how to, now I know where to put it to see
Okay.
all of them and
What?
filter for them. All right.
Now, as you're getting your data figured out or sorted out for your migration or pulling your historical records, make sure that you remember there's a couple filters I told you about the incident record status that you need to filter all your visuals with.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you put those in there or your numbers could be off.
Okay.
Okay, well, good job, Alyssa. You're doing well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Arvind, I'm gonna skip over you since you're a process map employee. We can do this offline at any time. But do you have any quick questions? Nope, can't hear him. All right.
No, Ben, I'm good for now. Thank you.
Oh, good. Okay, Brett. Brett Tucker, have you been able to create anything?
Sorry for the late check-in. I have not.
You have not? Okay, no problem.
I missed the first two.
Okay, did you receive the? I shared the recordings with everybody. Have you been able to catch up with those?
You shared a recording. Let me check my inbox. I don't recall seeing anything.
Okay, yeah, after each class, I share a recording. So reach out to me if you haven't received them. I'll share it with you again so you can view the first two recordings, first two sessions to get you up to speed, okay?
Oh, no, I found it. It just went to a different inbox. Thank you. I got it.
No problem. Okay, we'll skip over Brett. We'll go right to Carolyn. Carolyn Trigg, have you been able to create anything that you'd like to share?
Yes, I did, Ben. I did create something.
Okay.
Let me share with you. I actually created several pertinent to what I do here at Nissan. Alyssa and I are colleagues, and I'll try not to take up as much time as Alyssa did, but I did want to share with you what I came up with. And here is like what is pertinent to what I do here in the organization. I did want things to call out to me, the importance. I do also have here this detailed list, which is very valuable. And I did want to ask you about how can you take this data, extract it, and move it to Excel? I tried several different things and I couldn't figure it out. And I was going to ask you during this session, is there a way that we can extract data from our dashboards and move it into another application like Excel?
Yes, there is. And there's two ways to do it. For authors, I'll show you how to do it right now. Authors have the ability to extract CSV file. Okay, so you can, and it basically comes through as an Excel file, data file. Now, for consumers, later in the class, we're going to be building drill through reports. So we're going to create a detailed report like you've created, and we're going to be able to drill through this dashboard into a report, which is different than a dashboard. It's built on different technology, and that report you can print to Excel, PDF, HTML, whichever you like. Okay.
Okay.
To get your data out right now, click on your put it in edit mode. So click on your little pen, put it in edit mode. Okay. Now click on your visual, the list report you created below. Okay, you want your toolbar to pop up. Okay, see your toolbar in the right up top there. Okay, about 2/3 of the way over, you have a table. Hover over that table that says data, show data, click on show data. Now it's pulling up a data file for you. Okay, now right underneath visualization data, there's 3 little dots, an ellipsis, okay, or a more button, okay? Move your cursor down right into your data field. See right underneath visualize data? Okay, move your cursor over to the left. Okay, those three dots, click on that. Export data.
So easy. I tried everything.
Yeah, it's the technology for dynamic dashboards to have the ability to create these drag and drop filters, drag and drop visualizations. It runs on top of the browser, and it's not conducive for exporting to third-party applications like Excel,
Mm-hmm.
Word, or PDF. So this is a workaround for it, but a better workaround is that we're going to have a kind of your final class project is to create a drill through report that where you can click on any visual in, like if you have a bar chart, right, and you see you've got 10 injuries at a certain location, you click on that bar, and then it'll prompt you for a drill through report, and you get to the details of just those 10. Like here, you're probably looking like, I don't know, 600 records in that Excel sheet, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you want to filter down to a specific location, a specific department, a specific person, whether it's incident data, action item data, what have you. I'm gonna show you how to do that. But after dynamic dashboards, we're gonna get into reports, and you're gonna learn how to create a report, which is it's a little bit harder. I didn't say it's harder; it's just more challenging. And you'll learn how to do that. Okay.
Okay.
But unfortunately, consumers don't have the access rights to do that export.
And also too, I was able to create, as you can see, a couple of other ones because I work coincide with Lissa's safety team with the medical team, and there are things that I created here that helps them to expedite the things that they have to do out in the plant. And so I was able to generate other ones in coordination with this one. This is something that's pertinent to me, and then I was able to create just some other encounters here that I could share with them on information and different attributes that they can utilize within the plant as well.
Oh, this is really good. Good job. I think you got a lot done.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have any other questions? Anything I can help you on that, or is that the OCHealth module is pretty straightforward? There's less, tricks about it than incident management.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
good to go. Thank you.
All right. Well done. Okay. So thanks, Carolyn. Next, we've got Christian Pizarro. Have you been able to create anything?
No, unfortunately, I have not. I'll be honest.
Okay.
I did one, but it was very basic. Yeah.
Okay. No problem. Reach back out to, if you get caught up, we're going to do a little bit more on dynamic dashboards. And then after next week, we're going to jump into and,
Okay.
and building some other stuff. But Dynamic dashboards is a great place for you to get started if you have that opportunity to get caught up. Okay, Dakota, how are you doing? Have you been able to create anything? Dakota is also an employee at Process Map, if you guys have ever had a chance to work with them. But I'll be real quick with you, Dakota. Do you got any glaring questions, or have you been able to create dashboards?
No, I will next week, but I haven't been able to this week.
Okay, no worries.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay, Francisco Garcia, do you have anything available that you'd have questions about?
I do, but mine's a little bit different. So I am working with the app. And one of the challenges that I was getting into was the way that we're capturing the information. It doesn't break up the data into or the dates into like months or years. So when I'm extracting the data that I'm importing into the file, give me a second.
Okay, I can help you with that if you want to share your screen. Now, we can create packages for you with your apps and when we do create packages, we will create all those like time period fields for you and measures, key measures that you'd like. But I can also show you how to extract month and year out of that data. And
Yeah, basically, this is what I started with. Now, I was able to play around with it a little bit, and I managed to get it to work. I played around with it, so I basically created a different field. Apologize. For the date to include the month and the year, so that I can break out the data as you see here.
okay, which field did you create?
Let me see if I can pull that information.
Yeah, go to your data items. Click on your. No, it'll show go back to your dashboard.
Okay.
So
Give me a second.
action items. Is it action items?
No, that's not the one I was working in.
Is it the new one?
Yeah.
Okay, so click on that little tree right underneath the house. Okay, so you can create new calculated fields here based on other data that you have. Oh, so
Okay.
you've year of incident and month of incident already. Okay.
Yeah, but I had to do that manually in the Excel
You can also,
worksheet.
I could show you how to do a trick here to do it within your data package.
Okay.
So you don't have to manually manipulate that every time. You just replace you can upload a new file and it will replace your data. So click on your ellipsis right next to quality incidents. See, there's at the very top, see the plus sign? There's right beside it, there's 3 little dots. Click on those 3 little, I'll go all the way up to the top. There's quality incidents. I think it's the name of your data package, all the way to the top.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Right there. Yeah, create calculation.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to use an extract function. Okay. So, and you're going to extract, say, a year from your date of incident or the date field that you have. So just type in extract. Open parentheses. Type in year. Hit comma. Now go find your date field that you want to extract the year from. There you go. Click on that. Close parentheses. And what this does, it extracts the value of the year from that. Now, You might have challenge with the month because you've got it written out as September, right? October.
Okay.
What this does is extract the numerical values. So might have to spend a little more time on that one. But this is a really good function if you want to learn how to build date fields within your visual or within your dashboard. You can also create a data model, data module, and import your Excel into that. And there's a lot of tools of how to create date fields that'll read your data and create it very quickly. Now, this is a little bit more advanced. You may want to Google creating data modules. So if you go down to the bottom below, or go to your data source where you imported it. You have it saved in a file somewhere.
Yes.
So go to that file, on home.
It's this one right here.
Okay, click on the ellipsis next to it. Okay, create data module. Okay, in here you can start. Now I'm not going to get into this with the beginner class, but if you can Google working with data modules, you can really expand in here all of your date fields. It's very intuitive. It's very advanced. I highly recommend you start doing your modification or manipulation of your data here instead of an Excel sheet and import it, because you're gonna have to do it every month or every time you run that extract from your app.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you're going to be working with that app a lot, you've got it settled, you've got a lot of data, reach out to your CSM, and we can, as a service, we can build a data package for you so you don't have to go through these hoops.
Okay. I did have a question about the dashboard. So I was listing the different incidents. Is there a way to sort it from highest to lowest?
Yeah. So click on fields, not properties, or actually just click on your incident. Just click on the top field, right? So just click on incident reason. No. In your visual, just click on one of the numbers, the column for your numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you click on the header? No, there's a header right there. Yes. Okay. So if I'm looking up at your toolbar and I don't see a sort here. So now go and click on your fields properties pane. Okay. Now rows, incident regions. Now you did a count distinct of these. Okay, just click on that. Go to sort, or wait, no. Yeah, go up to sort and sort descending, sort ascending. Okay, now how did you get your aggregate? Did you aggregate a value for incident reasons? How did you get your numbers in there?
I guess it's just taking account. Give me a second.
Okay, so incident reasons. All right, so so here, let's remove this column. Okay, and do you have a okay, bring in incident ID into values. Okay, values. Now click on the ellipsis next to it. Summarize. count distinct. Okay, it's already done it for you. Okay. So now you should be able to sort your incident reasons by that value, because that's a true value.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you'd want to sort the value. Okay, you sort the number, not the dimension. Okay, just click on incident ID, not here. Go down. Click on incident ID in your right there. And you can't sort that top to bottom. Format, summarize. So I'm sorry, again, you're trying to get the most on top?
Yes. Yeah, I want highest to lowest.
Okay, and we're doing incident, so this is a cross tab.
Yes.
And click on just the incident ID. Click on the column in your visual. Okay, summarize. Yeah, it's not liking that value. So yeah, click on format again. Click on format. Yeah, this is kind of a tough one. It doesn't like this field to sort by value. What you might want to do is do a count distinct in a calculated field and format it as a number, and then sort that value. Because your actual values are an ID, which is it's not a value number, it's a text number.
Yeah.
It's a count, it's doing a count distinct of all those text numbers. So it's really not a numerical value. We might want to take this offline and like maybe it can help you at another time. I don't want to.
Okay.
You're kind of a little bit advanced here of working with, and I think this is great. But I think what we want to do is get you started for working with a data module and really defining some measures for you and date periods to really get what you want.
Okay.
All right. But I would recommend that you also talk to your CSM and go through the process of building a data package so you don't have to go through this, exporting your Excel file, uploading it, and then manipulating the data. It's all done for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, no worries. All right. So who do we have next? Okay, that was Francisco. I think Glenn. Glenn, I'm sorry, I don't see your last name. Do you have anything that you've created?
Unfortunately, I do not. I was just able to get a author's test license late last week, so
Okay.
I'm trying to play catch up.
All right, no worries. Well, we'll just have plenty of times for questions. Through this, we're gonna be touching more on dynamic dashboards next week.
Sure.
We're going to be looking at some of the calculated fields like I just showed Francisco Garcia and showing how to manipulate your data a little bit and create targets and things like that. So
Okay. Thank you.
try to create something next week and maybe I can help you.
Sounds good. Thanks.
No worries. Humberto, do you have anything created or anything you'd like to review? Questions?
Hey Ben, no, unfortunately I haven't completed anything. Maybe for the next session I can have something. Okay, great, no worries. Next, Jeff. Jeff, have you able to create anything that you may need some help with?
I'm sorry, I haven't. I had a meeting last week, but during this class, I did have a question for you though. If I can't seem to select when I try to create a dashboard, I can't seem to add a data source. I don't know if it's something wrong with my setup or if it's just something I'm doing wrong. Can I
Why don't
share?
you share your screen and I can walk you through that?
I appreciate it. Thank you. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Okay, I think I needed to.
Everybody,
Yeah.
now it's coming up. For everybody, no question's too small. I mean, some people got more time to work on this. Some people are more advanced. If you've got even a basic question like this, if you don't get past this, you're not going to build nothing. So please, if you got basic questions, don't be afraid to ask them. So, okay, go ahead and click on Author Library.
Which one do you want me to click on, please?
Author
Author
Library.
Library. Sure.
Packages.
Okay.
Now, what module do you want to work in? Incident
Well,
management?
I know that we use incident management. So
Okay. Click on that. Now you see your add buttons turn blue, so go ahead and click on add. Already
okay.
selected the package.
Okay.
And there's,
Okay. Well,
and now you can
sorry, go ahead. I know that we're really mainly using incident management and audits. I was wondering why, when I tried to choose some of these other sources, though, there was nothing. You know, like there was nothing in say the foundation or anything like that. It was just I couldn't find anything in most of this, and really I wanted.
let's go to your click on home.
Mhm.
Home button.
I'm sorry.
This one, that one there, yeah. Go to
Okay.
team content.
Okay.
So we'll just go look at your packages. Now they may not have, if they've added, some of the modules later,
Mhm.
may not have pushed that data into Cognos yet. So click on Author Library.
Okay.
Packages.
Okay.
So which one do you not see?
Well, I know that we had an app set up for reporting COVID numbers. And I know that we have a report that we run that generates those numbers. And I wanted to see if I could do something with it in Insight, in Cognos, because what we're doing now is exporting it into a spreadsheet and then manipulating the spreadsheet.
So what you can do, there's several things you can do. I think Francisco, he was right before you, he was doing the same thing. Now, if you have an app, it's because they're configurable, you can build whatever you want. Maybe this is an app we built for you. There's two things you got to do. One, you can either import that Excel file that you exported to Cognos, and we can build a data module, or you can just create a dashboard right from the Excel sheet. Or we could build a data package for you on the product side, and that will have a package just like the ones you just created for incident management. So if you want to, you can go down and click on New, here, upload file.
Okay.
And this will take you into your file explorer. Find the file that you created for your COVID. Double click on it. Now it's uploading this data. Now this is going to drop this Excel file into My Content. You can build off of it there, but nobody else will be able to run the report because it's in your content. You're going to need to move it into team content so you can share it with your team.
Okay.
And then we can create a dashboard off of that Excel file.
Okay.
So go in, so click on My Content. As soon as that uploads, you're going to see that data file there. Click on the ellipsis to the far right. Nope.
My bad. Sorry. Can I go back, or I guess I can?
Yeah. Close. Well, you're in Create Dashboard. Just cancel out of this. Hold on. Stop. Go down and cancel out of Create Dashboard.
Okay.
Now go back to your My Content. Click on the ellipsis and go to Move or Copy.
Okay.
You're going to move this into Team Content.
Okay.
So team content, go to company folders.
Okay.
BMW, open BMW, custom folders. And do you have your own file here? You
I
created a
don't have
folder?
I haven't created a folder here. Is this create a
Okay, here,
folder?
so here, whoa, stop. Go
Yep.
to the far right. There's a folder with a plus on it.
I see it.
Click on that and create yourself your own little your folder here.
Okay.
Okay. Now open that folder. Okay,
Okay.
and move. Not copy too. You got to move it.
Okay.
All right. So now go find that folder again.
So I put it in team content. So let's see, it would be in.
Yeah, no. You want to go back. You're stuck in packages. It'll remember where you are. Not in my content. Just go to team content. Go to team content. Just open team content, and I'll walk you through it. Go up to the very top and click on that file folder. Keep going left. Going left. Going left.
Okay.
Go to team content. Now you're back. Okay. So
All right.
it can get taken used to. Yeah. Now COVID. Okay. From here, you want to click on, create a dashboard. Click on that. Create a dashboard.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
There you go. Now click create down at the bottom right. All right.
Okay.
You're running.
All right. Thank you.
Now, once you've got this created, now you can, click this, save this. Now you can go click on find your data and refresh that data once you save your export. Okay, like you get another export like next week or next month. Then you can refresh this data package or this data set that you just created, this Excel sheet, and it'll refresh all the visuals that you've created in this dashboard.
Okay.
So if you want some help with that, I can show, but I just saved this dashboard in your COVID. Go to your upper left with it. Don't click on save, click save as. Okay, and go to your company folders.
Okay. Oh, yep.
Go to COVID.
Just call it COVID for now.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So here you can get started and you can start building stuff and you'll be golden. You can also do what Francisco was looking at. You can create a data module. You can, if you look at all these, if you look at all your data folders, you scroll up a little bit higher. These are all data points, right? Daily report. There's no 6-month rolling tracking. You do have some date fields. It's created. You got a lot of stuff in here. Yeah, you got some date fields.
It's a very complicated spreadsheet. That's why I was hoping that Cognos might be a way to make some sense of it.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff in here, which is good.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Hey, no problem, Jeff.
That'll get me started.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's see. We've got Jeff. Roman, how are you doing? Have you been able to build anything in the dashboard?
Hello, Benjamin. No, I'm not ready to show you something. So let me 1 week time. I'm first time here, as you know, at the beginning course. So I'm just trying to prepare something next time. So sorry for today.
No problem. There's no hurry. Reach out to me. I know you got into intermediate classes. We skip over a lot of this stuff that you need to know from the base. So please reach out to me, and maybe next week you'll have something or some questions. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, next, looks like we've got Roy. Roy, have you been able to create anything? Hello, Roy, you might be muted. Yep, there you
Can you
go.
hear me now? No,
Yes,
not yet actually. I'm just kind of just going over videos yet. Haven't really gotten my hands dirty yet. You know, I'm more of a visual learner first, then practice a little bit, but definitely further. I will.
Okay, no problem. When you're ready, reach
Mhm.
out. If you got any questions, I can help you out. Okay.
All right, no problem.
All right, great. Shauna, uh, Shauna Reed, have you been able to create anything?
So while we've been doing stuff, I've been working a little bit on it. I had a lot of technical issues on Friday and I lost my dashboard. And now I haven't been doing like the incident management portion. I've been, because we aren't doing hours yet in the system. So I've been trying to do sort of like the audit management side
Okay.
of this. Now, mine's a very preliminary. I don't know if you really want me to show or not. But I can just maybe I'm doing something wrong. Just can't share.
Yeah, well, go ahead and share your screen, and I can help you. I can.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to do here is just audit management module. So what we're trying to do is, you know, having a like sort of, and I might have these things in the wrong spot, and that might be the problem, is being able to filter by like location, and then filter to a specific audit program that we use. So then
Okay.
it would tell me what the total audits are and what are the total findings. And there was other stuff I was trying to figure out, which is how many answers are what are known as preferred answers, like the pass, and how many are the fail, and everything. So that's what I've been trying to do, but it doesn't seem to like.
I think what you've got here is, it looks like your setup values is open. So the setup values is not where you want to bring in your audit program type. So collapse that. Okay, so go up and delete that filter that you have in this tab, filters, in your upper left, upper right, excuse me. Yeah, just delete that filter. Okay. Now, do you sure you've got audits in here for Calgary?
I am certain. I do it hard ways, the counting. So there is definitely like there's got to be over 300 audits in there.
Okay. Well, it looks like it's something is filtering here. Now, one thing we also want to do is we want to start with a level 0 filter. Okay, so let's type in your search level 0 name.
Oh, like the enterprise structure?
Yep. So bring in your level 0 name up to the top, up to your filters.
Level 0 name.
And bring that up. Nope, not up there. Up, yeah, bring that one up next to location code where you have in your filters.
Like right there?
Yeah. Okay. So TK Ames. So do you know which org structure you are pretty much?
Yeah, we are the Americas by location.
So click on that one. Click OK. Okay, so let me look. So I've got 2 filters. Do me a favor and let's just delete these 2 visuals that you've got here. Something may have gotten crossed up. Just click on it, yeah, and just click on delete or your trash button. Okay. So now let's clear your filter, clear your search. So you've got total audits. So click click and drag in total. And how long have you been doing audits for? You got a lot of data, don't you?
Yes, I do. It's probably a year and a half, maybe 2.
Okay, so do you want to look at this year's data or last year's data?
This year's data.
Okay, so let's also pull in, let's go down to your, okay, not audit protocols, collapse audit protocols. Go down the bottom. We want to find it. Collapse that. Let's go to audit program details. Audit program details are going to find most of your okay, hold on. Okay, open audit program details. Okay, audit program details again. This is a bit convoluted. Okay, and now you're going to have program start date items. Okay, open that. Okay, now bring in program start date year. Okay, no. Go right down there. Yep, right there. Bring that up and put that into your next to level 0 name. Okay, now we're going to filter by your year. Okay. All right, so now let's pull in some findings, or excuse me, some measures. So let's bring in your total audits. And we should get some values here. Okay, let's delete this. So are you sure you've got audits at Calgary?
Yes, yeah, because I
Okay, do me a favor, clear that, just open up your Calgary filter. You may have it crossed here, just clear all. Click on clear all. So you have also have Calgary LRT. Do me a favor, delete this filter from that upper row. Okay, now bring, they'll get your location code and bring it into your, you can search for it, or it's at the very bottom. Your nav structure is always at the very bottom of every data package. So you got open up location details.
information.
Few folders there. Go to the third one. Yep. Okay, open up location general details. Nope, not that one. General details. There it is. Okay. Now drag in location code and put that into your canvas. Nope, not up there. Into your canvas.
This?
Right there.
That's the canvas, right?
Yep, that's your canvas. So what this is going to do, this is now filtered by your level 0. Okay, so let's grab your audit counts and pull it in before you filter anything. Okay, now it's rendering some data. All right, you do have a lot of audits. Okay, now click on your location filter. Okay, so you can shrink this up. Now we're rolling. Now you got data.
Okay.
So you
Now,
can make the big.
Do you know if there's a way like to, because that might be audits that are in there. Can I do it by a particular audit program?
Yes, you can. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to right back where you are at audit program details, right below. Okay, go at the very bottom of your screen. Okay, no, wait. No. Go back up. Okay, stop there. Audit program details, that's going to be most of your information is. So you've got audit type, name of audit program. Okay, now drag in name of audit program and put that into your filters.
do I put it into the all tabs or this tab or?
All tabs is fine. If you create more tabs, this is your first one. But you're
Yeah.
just gonna start. This is just a playground, right? So these are all your audit programs you got. You can also filter by type.
Okay, so is that just the program name? Maybe it's the protocol I need to go by.
Okay, yeah. So let's get rid of this filter. Okay. Now, from here, no, don't go up into protocols. Okay, scroll down. Okay, collapse this audit program details. Okay, go down to questionnaire. Nope, open that back up. Open that back up. Go down
The
to
other audit
questionnaire.
program details collapse, right?
No, go down. Yeah, there's like 2 sets of audit program details.
Yeah.
It's. I know. Trust me. I've gone over this. Okay. Keep going down. You'll see another folder that says questionnaire. Open questionnaire. Okay. And in here, you're going to see protocol. Okay. Now drag that in. These are the actual protocols that you've created that have been used in your audit programs. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to create a table, and we're going to filter for non-preferred. We're going to put in questions and the count of non-preferred answers.
Okay.
This is filtering quite a bit of data, it looks like.
They're required to do 2 a week for across Canada, so.
Pardon me?
They're required to do 2 a week, so 2 years of doing that is probably a lot of data.
Okay, so while that's thinking, go to your visuals, your double bars.
These ones, right?
In a table. Okay.
What
Now,
I haven't been able to
do is you're going to go back to questionnaire. Scroll down. Yeah, not that far.
I just automatically took it off.
Okay, here. So you're gonna bring in question a little bit farther down. Okay, you see question right there?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna bring that in to your columns. Do me a favor. Click on that total audits and just delete that. And just delete that visual. If you look up your toolbar, yeah, there you go.
Do I need to grab anything else?
Hmm?
Do I need to grab any? I got questions.
Yeah, let's let this settle. I'm not sure why this data is taking so long to load.
I've been having a lot of problems with this kind of thing. This is kind of what happened, and then it just crashed on me.
Did we get to, no, we didn't get together earlier this week. That's with another client. I was having trouble with somebody else in this data.
I know I've been trying to also run a report that someone else created, and 4 hours later, it still crashed.
Yeah, sometimes you get too much data and we'll get stuck. But do me a favor, we might have got our crossover signals up. Just go up to your toolbar up at the top and delete this. Go up to the top and you'll see it in your toolbar. Nope, the upper tool. You'll have a toolbar that goes across the top. It'll be a little trash can. Just keep going to the right. You're in the toolbar. There you go. Perfect. Okay, now let's try to bring in a table again. Okay, let's bring in question. Let's filter 1 second. We've got protocol. That should be good. Do you use this protocol often?
Yes.
Okay, so do me a favor. Let's bring in non-preferred answers first into your columns. So scroll up.
That's what I have
Question
not
and
been
answer
able to
counts.
find.
Go to question and answer counts. Okay, total preferred, total non-preferred answers. So just dragging non-preferred answers into the columns of that. Yeah, I'm afraid there's something stuck in this dashboard with the filters, and it's just slowing everything down. In your upper right, right next to the fields pane, you'll see filters, and it'll be on 3. Click on that for me real quick. Upper right.
Upper right.
Upper right of your canvas. Upper right, just all the way to the right.
Right.
All there. Yeah, you see 3 filters up there?
This one, fields. Oh, sorry,
Next
filters.
slide,
Yes.
filters. There you go. No, it's okay. Just click on that for me real quick. Oh, that's just collapsing these filters.
I don't want to take up all the time. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, do me a favor. While we're in class here, keep working on this. What I do, let's start a brand new dashboard and build it in the order that I was showing you. Because I think we've got something in the back end of this is just killing us. And it may be because you timed out as well. So close this dashboard. So click on that, click save if you want to keep it. Okay.
To what I have.
And
So.
we should also be working. Okay, so now just close this audit dashboard. Click on your caret next to in your navigation pane. No, in the center of the black. Go back to where you just were, okay, right there. Okay, just click on the X next to the name of the dashboard to close it. Close all these. And I'm going to want you to reopen in. I want you to reopen in. Okay. Now click on your. You may have timed out. You may not be getting any data. That's the biggest issue is. So go to your browser next to you, just to the IS Networld official site. Is that
I
your?
just realized all of that stuff's open.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. So now click on full view. Okay, you should be working in here, but go back to your application, and I want you to go to your home page where you log into in your application process map. Because I'm afraid you might have timed out and your data is just getting stuck, and I want you just to re-sign in again. Click on that browser, click on your home.
We're on single sign-on, so.
Yeah, no, so you're all good there. You should be good. Okay. So go back to your last browser.
Just make sure it is.
Okay, now you're gonna have to close those because we've just refreshed. Okay, so close the other 2.
I'll close
Yeah, that's your meeting. Okay, click on Insight. All right. Now go to full view and start fresh and create a new dashboard. At the end of class, I'll come back to you, okay, and we'll see if we can get that data to run faster.
Okay.
Okay. Something might have got corrupted on that dashboard.
Okay.
Shauna, I'll definitely get you going, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we've got Michael Glenn. Have you, this may be your first class. Have you been able to create anything? Nope, Michael's on our team as well. He may or may not been able to create anything. Sue, how are you? Have you been able to create a dashboard? Do you need some help?
Yes, I do have dashboards, and yes, I definitely need help.
Okay.
Share.
Well, you're pulling that up. I'm going to get a glass of water. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So I have a number of questions. So I too have some data that I'm importing from an app, and this I got this far on one version of it from my data. Then I did another version and I couldn't get any of it to work. So, but having seen now how to build a package by working off these docs, I need to work with that because I was doing the thing of creating a year column and all the rest of it. But one question I do have is, I have a date closed, and one of the reports they would like is a number closed by month. So is that something I can do?
Okay, so it looks like you've got a year field down there, a
Yes,
date field.
but that's one I manually created. So would I have to do a manipulation, one of those calculation things, and work out the month closed in a calculation, and then I could do that?
Well, you have to create a month field, and then we could filter that by your, I guess it's, what defines in your application, is there a status for open and closed? How do we,
I have a whole series of different dates. So I've got dates initiated, a date signed, a date this, and then I got this is a date closed.
Okay, and that's the date closed right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so we could do several things. What you might want to do is just create a table, create a new tab, and just create a table, and you can pull in your date close and then pull in the ID. Okay, see what kind, we're just going to explore your data a little bit.
All right, so where do I want date closed in the
column? Yeah, just bring it into a column. Just see, we're just going to play with your data, see what we got. Okay, so you've got some dates closed here. Okay. Now you're going to want to pull in the, is it a report? Okay, what's the condition report?
So this is so we have a condition report, and then the condition report may have a number of actions, and so they track the actions separately and to the report, but the report only gets closed when all the actions are closed. So we have, as well as the internal report number, which is the process map internal number, we assign an external report number too, with a title and stuff like that.
Okay, so you want to see how many reports are closed by month, right?
Yes.
All right, so for this, you're gonna have to create a month field.
Yes.
And you may want to do this in a data module, just like
That's what I was thinking.
Francisco did, because the extract function that I show can pull the month out, but it needs to be in a certain format.
Yeah.
So if you want to go to your plus and create data module.
Here.
So, or you could find your, no, find in your file structure within Insight where you've got this saved. This file, Excel, is this an Excel import?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Go to your home page in Insight.
This one.
Yep. I think you might have it in My Content, or did you save it in Team Content?
That's the dashboard. So where's the this one? That's the Excel file. That's an old one. Must have it in My Content. You're right.
And that's a CRS dashboard. That was a dashboard. Is this the new one? No, that's the dashboard.
Okay. My Content. This is probably my newest one, but then one on this one that I was having trouble that it was trying to interpret the data for me, and it had measures where I didn't want measures, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can change those.
So if I click on these dots then.
Yep.
And create the data module.
Yep. Okay, so you've got open by month, close by month.
Oh.
So click on the down arrow by close by month. See, this has created different tables for you here. ABC closed year, month, closed by year. So click on that down arrow, see the measure of closed.
This one. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this is, I created a column in the Excel file because I was trying to work on this.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the year and the month.
Oh, perfect.
But again, I manually created this because I was trying to figure out, I know that they want one piece of data they want is closed by month. So I was trying to figure out how I could do this.
Yeah, I'm not, I've done this once or twice before. I'm not real familiar with all the nuances of data modules.
And we can leave this if you, at some point I'll be very interested in doing more work on building these data modules, but it may be something that we have to do.
I can bring this up in a class. Let me get, maybe next week I'll focus on this because you're like the second or third student that like to do this. And I can focus on this and how to just take it, regular date files, create new dates, how to split out your measures.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So one other question then.
And then after this, I would create your dashboard off of that data module instead of the Excel sheet.
Yeah, got it. So I was able to do a simple dashboard for incidents, well, for near misses, because that's one of the things that's important to us, doing it by month and by location. And that, totally got that. So then the other thing we do is we do a lot of BBS observations. But in this one, I'm not finding the right measures or the right columns or the right fields to get the data I want into the graph.
Okay.
So it's one of the things, like you said, of knowing your data, but I couldn't figure out the right fields to pull in to get what I wanted. Because that's not all of them. This is not all my people. So this one was trying to do it by person because everybody is supposed to do 2 per something or other. So I was looking to see if I could do it by person's name, but this isn't all the data. And
Okay.
so I don't know is there a better measure that should be pulling? So I'm trying to count the observations, not each individual line.
Okay, so
Not
yeah,
behavior.
let's create a new tab. Okay, so you were trying to create a visual that shows, go into observation detail in your data. Okay, report by name. So is this the observer type, the observer? Okay, so collapse that. I think that might not be the one you want. I think you may be, and it may behoove us for you to go into your application and really understand, you know, which person you're trying to report. The person being observed, the one that's filling out the report.
So
right?
Go home. So I do have a series of reports that run weekly that are all scheduled, and this is the data that I now want to summarize. And there's pages of this. So it's the observer that I was going to track it by.
Okay.
Because sometimes we have somebody else enter it or whatever, but it
So
should.
then you want by observer, you want to see how many safe and how many at risk.
Well, no, I just want to know how many observations they've done. For now, I don't care how many safe and at risk. I just want to know, has Steve McNiven done 2?
Okay, so let's do this. Let's go back to your dashboard. The new tab we just created.
Why is it not on my computer?
And do you want it in a chart or do you want it in a?
I don't really. It doesn't. It's just finding the right fields, and then we can. Oh, why is it not giving me the list of things we were at?
You might be in a different window. Got a couple of pages open there.
Oh yeah, because it's done the thing, hasn't it?
Hit escape. Yeah, you might have a couple of browsers open.
There we go. So BBS dashboard.
All right, so let's just do a table so you can get the data and then we can figure out. So there's your observer field. Okay, bring in a table.
And then observer.
Right there.
Oh,
bring that to your column. Okay, now go up to your BBS measures.
Oh, this is interesting because this hasn't got all the observers I would expect. So maybe it's not observer.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the data from that report. We can go into that report and we could see, you know, actually, it could be report by name, and then they changed the name to observer.
Yeah.
What I'm saying?
Because this is not giving me all the people I would expect. So, can I remove that?
Yeah. Well, if you want to validate against that other report,
so can I? What's the best way to? Well, I know knowing who does them. This isn't all the right. I know there's more people than this, so I've obviously got the wrong.
So you've got somebody who's creating your observation report, right?
Yeah.
But then if he goes around and he asks people, say, okay, have you been observing, or you observe anything? And they can report it to them, and they'll be labeled as the observer, right?
I think so. But there's
Okay, move this off to the side, bring in a new table, and let's look at some of the other names.
Okay.
Options we've got.
Report by name.
Yeah, let's see what's in there.
It's the same people.
Okay.
So,
Okay, go to behavior detail, open that up. Yeah, this is just.
and I think it's a question of I haven't found the right fields to drag in. But I guess what we're saying is I should just make some of these tables and keep pulling them in until I see one that looks right or looks better.
Yeah. I mean, we can go through. Just go up to your search and type in name. See how many different names we get. Okay, don't look in lookup values for module setup. Just collapse that. Okay, you've got work area name, observation, observer first name is under what categories? Okay, hold on, okay, go to the top. I've got lost here where we're at. Observation details, okay.
But you've given me a way to start investigating it. I don't want to take up everybody else's time if they're not really into VBS. So I know it's a understanding the data issue, just like you always tell us.
Yeah, you got to be there, and no, yep. Just ping me if you need some more help. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Sue. Okay, so we'll go through Sue. Toby, have you been able to create anything, or do you have any questions for me today? Toby, you might be on mute. Yep, there you go.
Okay. I did get a chance to work on a dashboard. Unfortunately, our Spark is currently down, and we won't get it back until Wednesday morning.
What?
So the short version is our company is splitting into two. So they took Spark down so they could rip it into 2 Sparks.
Okay.
And they started doing that on Friday. And they told us that we'll be able to get back into it 6 a.m. on Wednesday morning.
Okay, that's tomorrow. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's hold off on that. Just ping me. Either we can look at it next week, or
sure.
I'll hold some time off for next week, and we can dive into your questions for you. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Okay, Troy, do you have any questions? Have you been able to create anything?
Got to find my mute button. Unfortunately, I have not. I do have a lot of questions, but I'm just going to work them out. I've had a chance to really review again the recordings. Thank you for doing that. So hopefully next week I'll have something that works better for it.
Okay, no problem. We'll bring you up next week. William, have you had a chance to create any dashboard?
So good afternoon. I wish I had more time. I do have something, and I have questions, so I will share this. It's not to the level where I wanted to. Unfortunately, my schedule has been too kind to me lately. But let me go to share here. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Not yet.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, it's coming up. Okay, I see it.
Cool. So I know you brought this up before, and I wanted to ask that specifically. I remember you mentioned there was a 10 or something like that of how many you could have here. Is there a hard limit of how many dashboards I can build?
Any limit to number of dashboards? No.
Okay, it's just is this kind of more just a quick reference though? Obviously, if there's like 500, I can't have 500, but this is like there's maybe.
Well, this is just that you have open running in the background. Yeah, that's just a.
Gotcha.
This is that you actually have open that you can toggle between the two. Now, if you click on your home button up on the upper, here, go to recent. And these, go click on the little, back to where you were. Go back to you on your far left. Go all the way down.
Sorry, yeah.
And this will show your latest 20 that you've opened for quick reference.
Okay. So let me go back to my main here. So my idea was basically first have like so each one of our facilities has like a safety committee, and what I want to do is, at least for this part, at least for the committee side, is I want to kind of have like each month when we go to review their information, I want to kind of have like an overview dashboard. An ARB, and I'm thinking here is like kind of more for our vehicle accidents. Audit would be for 2 parts. It'd be our audit from our side, from the administration side, and then there'd be another for they'll do monthly safety site inspections, and that will kind of have that information reviewed here for the meeting. And then I have one more final drill down for more specific injury illness information.
Okay.
For this on the front page, I was trying to put it because for the overview, I kind of want to have just a little bit of information, everything. So my recordables, total injuries, lost time, stuff like that, that's fine. But when I was trying to put in for audit management, I was trying to put in this, the basically each part of the pie. Yep.
You can't mix your filters from one module isn't going to filter a data item from another module.
Oh, is that what I did?
Make dashboards. So what you can put them in the same visual, but you have to duplicate the filters, and it gets kind of convoluted. Now, when you get more advanced in reports, you can create a separate data module, and then you can add in your packages from all your different modules, and then you can create queries and join those queries, and you can really, it's just a lot more powerful. Unfortunately, the reason why that's getting crossed up is because you've got a location name and calendar year filter for this canvas, and it's crashing that visual. So if these are going to be static visuals, you can put location name right next to your audit, and put location name down below next to your incident management. If you've got to have it right, but then you have to filter location twice. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So if you can do dynamic dashboard, I would do it like have one for audit, one for injury and illness. You can have an overview, but you probably want to hard code the filters within that visual. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
It's less flexible than what you find in reports.
Another question. I know we didn't review this, but I was trying to add, for when it comes into adding information like this, I was trying to see if, because I know it asks for URL information, is it possible to pull over something like this, like my instant count by party, like this actual diagram, get a URL from it and send it over, or no, probably not?
Well, it's not going to be, it won't be a live link, but if you can find that diagram, you can bring it over and build a report out of it.
Okay.
But yeah, you could find on the web a body part diagram.
Right.
That you can embed that here, and then you can build your little widgets around it and little arrows and point to the different body parts. I've seen some great stuff from some of our clients that have built some crazy stuff like that. But yeah, so if you just go online, just Google body part diagram, copy the URL, paste it, bring in your image, paste that, it'll show up.
Well, I was trying to do that earlier, but for some reason, like when it goes to they just do sorry. So I want to add an image. It's gonna ask for the URL for it, right?
Yeah.
So I can just make this super simplistic. I'm just going to go to Google, and I'm going to go to traffic cone. Traffic cone. So images. I'm just going to go to whatever. So picture of a traffic cone. It's going to take me, never mind. I don't want to take it to that, but like images.
You know, I just right click on it. Just right click on it and say copy it.
Copy link.
Yeah, just copy the image URL, paste it there.
And then it says, this is where it came before, says the URLs are not valid.
Yeah. Well, that's a secure site. Okay. So HTTP. Try to find one that's not secure. HTTP.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got you. Oh, I don't know how quick I can just find that, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, just first of all, just try your company logo like on your website.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do too. But
yeah, well, yeah, it does work. We use images all the time. You can also use like a PNG or a JPEG file, but we have to upload that into the background for you.
Oops.
Yeah, are you on Chrome or are you on Internet Explorer?
So let's see. Yeah, this is also HTTPS. So I think it's going to probably say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might. If I were you, I'd use Chrome, and you're gonna give a lot more like. I mean, I can show you. I could share. Let me try to replicate for you here. I'll just try to pull up. So if I just click on this image, copy image address.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just right click on an image on a website. You don't try to open the images because a lot of those are going to be restricted.
Okay.
You know, you've got to click on that, and it's got to be able to click back into a non-secure site if you're just using a URL, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's not working either. But you might want to save it and put it in your save a copy of the URL.
Right.
There you go.
Okay.
He's got to find the right file path.
Okay. That definitely helps out a lot, actually. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
As for other questions, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a ton, just like a few of the other people in here said, but I have played around with it some, but I need to get into it more. Just, I'm sure there's going to be a million more, but thank you. I'll just.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, I'll start the sessions, next session as well, for just open floor for questions if people need help, because I want to make this, because I want people to get, information out and not just me talking all the time, right? Because it's the best way to learn is to dive into it, feed first and try until you fail and then
Right.
figure it out.
And I appreciate the videos you send too for the recordings of this. So thank you.
Okay, no worries, Mike. All right, so let's go back, see where we're at. So I have gone through everybody. Now I wanted to go back to, I think, Shauna or Shauna that
I'm here. You don't want to know the answer.
So how did it work trying to start over?
Yeah, it didn't really. It keeps we can't retrieve the data from the audit management package. Is what I keep getting.
God dang it. What outfit are you? What's your company name again?
It's a TK Elevator.
TK Elevator. Okay, I don't know if hold on a second. Share my screen. I don't know if I have access to your data. No, I don't have access. Share your screen, would you?
I did try changing it up a little bit to see if that would work. Started trying to do it by level names because every time
You have to be real careful when you're doing by level names. You've got to make sure you're in the same structure. So let me try. I had something similar. So level 2. You sure that Canada is in that same level 2? That's the challenge. That's why you want you to put it in here.
Yeah, no, because there's only Canada and then US.
Okay, but you know what I'm saying is they're not going to be what's called cascading. The value that you pick in level 0 is not going to cascade to the values in level 2.
Okay. Oh, okay. So that's what I guess I thought would happen.
So here, yeah, that's it should, but that's not the way that the filters up here work. If you drop that filter into the canvas, it will work. So delete the level 2, delete level 4. Okay. Now bring level 2 and level 4. Those can stay. Okay, but that's not bringing your data.
Yeah, just get this like.
Have you been able to retrieve? Go to your home page and pull up like your production dashboards that we have for audit. I'm just wondering if there's just something wrong with getting audit out. So go to dashboards, module dashboards. Go to audit.
Screen's so small.
Can you expand your aspect ratio here? Yeah, you've got data. Just in your browser window, just to blow it up a bit so I can read it. Yeah. Perfect. So now this is a workspace, and this is made up. Workspaces or dashboards are made up from reports. So let's. Yeah, it's taking forever to load.
I don't know if it's because it's not just Canada, right? So it's Canada, it's US, it's Europe. It's probably trying to pull it
for everything. So go by TKE AMS by location. Click there. Click a filter for the past few months, audit start date, audit program start date. you're pulling in all the data from every audit right now. So let's go to January. On January. And January 1st, you got to click on January. Okay, that's fine. That's good. Okay, now we're getting data. You got BU North America. So click on apply, where your dates are. Now click on your audit program type, audit program name. And just use your filters here that you were using before. Just make sure we've got data in there. It sure is running slow.
Yep, I'm used to seeing this little circle of death. That's what I call it.
Yeah. Have you cleaned your cache out recently?
Today,
Today? Okay. What's your download speed you got going?
I have no idea.
Okay, go to open up a new browser in your Chrome. New browser one. Just click on the plus in your Chrome. Just click on the plus up above. Go up.
All right,
like-
it's the thing that the share keeps getting
Oh,
away.
Okay. Just hover over it and get the 4 arrows. You can move it. Just hover over that big gloppy thing, and you can.
Still see my screen?
Yep. So new tab. So we'll click a new tab. Go to test my internet speed. Run speed test. You're not bad. Shouldn't be running that bad. You should be, if you're down around 5 or so. Upload's really good. Yeah, you should be showing this fine.
It looks like it ran.
Yeah. So you've got total audits 600. Yeah. So yeah, you've got tons of audits. That's probably why.
Yes.
So let's filter down for the regions. Is there a specific location, or you want to show it by location?
Well, normally I need to, because normally what I have to do is I have to have a report that shows like how many audits were done for Calgary and how many for Edmonton. So I need to be able to run reports that have that information, or or show a dashboard so that they can filter to those locations. So if I say I give someone access and they want to do, they'll do Canada and they'll do just Calgary.
Okay, if you got a few minutes, I might be able to create a report for you to do that in a report instead of the dynamic dashboard. See, I think you might just be overwhelming that dynamic dashboard with these 7,000 reports.
Yeah, like I do have an actual report that tells me how many are preferred and how many are non-preferred. I do have a report that tells me that for across Canada that I run monthly.
Okay. Yeah, oh, shoot, I don't have access to your application. You want to see it monthly? Okay, let's go back to your dashboard that you created. You'd go back to your home. See where it says home. Your browser, no, go to your, up in your browser bar, very top browser bar, different tabs. Yeah, there you go.
This one.
Now click in your navigation pane there. Yeah, you should have.
This one?
Yeah.
Test dashboard.
Okay, let's delete that. How many questions do you have per protocol?
There's probably about 80, so around 80 or 90 questions
Okay, per protocol.
per protocol. So we only use the HRFPA protocol. That's our audit. And then within that is about probably 80 to 90 questions. Now they're not required to answer every single question. So sometimes they just say this is it's broken down into sections. And then so they can say I only did this did four of the 10 sections.
Okay, so you're doing it September, program start date month. You've got to filter down to that. Okay, let's bring in a bar chart. Okay, so put in your bars, your month. You go down there to month name,
The bottom.
Not your length, no, your bars. Yeah, the ABC always goes in your dimensions. Now try to bring in your total non-preferred. Just try to get something to length, yeah. Are you using that same protocol in different programs, or is it only in this program?
What do you mean by different programs? Like different computer systems, or
Different program name, or is it just basically protocol driven?
it's just protocol driven?
Wonder if that has anything. Go over to your data while that's spinning. Go to your data and scroll down. Scroll down here. Go up top, name of audit program. And pull that into your canvas. Name of audit program. Right? It's like
But where you want? Do you just want that on the
drag
canvas?
it into the canvas, yeah.
I think this is going to be where the problem is, because some name of audit program, I feel like it's.
Yeah, let's delete that bar chart real quick. Actually, just kill this, delete that. Let's do something else. Okay, let's grab a column chart and bring it in. I said bar chart last time, I meant column. Just bring that in. Now bring in your audit program name and put it in your local filters under your fields. Audit program name, you're just on it. Just drag it all the way over to your right and put it down at the bottom, local filters. Okay. Now select the audit program name. Yeah, you've got tons of these.
I think it's because audit program name under ours is site address.
Oh.
So these are all the sites that audits have happened at.
Oh my goodness. That's probably why we're dying here.
Yeah, because these are all of the, I can tell you this is the addresses of all the audits. Yeah, this is the site addresses.
Okay, but that doesn't have, why aren't those your locations?
The audit program?
No, I meant they're different than your actual locations, right?
So we have our branch locations, but we are an elevator company, so we
I see you're doing, okay.
So we're doing site audits of with our mechanics. So they go to different, thousands of sites.
I get you.
So you have the branch name, and then that branch is required to hit this many sites, kind of thing, right?
You must have tens of thousands of.
You don't want to know.
Yeah, I think that's what's killing your data. Yeah, we're gonna need to get some help how we figure this, and we might not be able to do this in a dashboard.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think that is just it's got your protocol. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing, but it's killing something. Sue, why don't we, or Shauna, why don't we take this offline? Let's get together with maybe your CSM and meet with Dawn Charnan. I want to find out what that is doing to your data. And I'd like to put a ticket in for it, and I'd like this to go to our BI team. And I'd like to understand how we can configure your application to be able to get the data out you need, because that may be posing the challenge right there. And
yeah, because I can tell you, like I was trying to run a.
Yeah, we may be able to, just be able to boost it on the back end or do something that I'm just not aware of, to be able to, show your data without going through this nightmare every time.
Yep. Okay.
So who's your CSM?
Well, I believe it's Johanna.
Johanna, okay. Yeah, let's reach out to her. She's out this week. I'll ping her also. And I want to do an internal meeting and talk to how we can get your data out better, because we should be having these challenges. And I don't know if it's a configuration issue or if it's something we can do on our back end.
Yeah, because I know I'm having the same problem with running reports. Like if I run report just for 1 month, like last week, I 3 times I tried it, and 3 times it either timed out, or even in full view and everything, it just crashed trying to pull the report. Every time
we got to figure out a better way to do it, because we're just creating more and more and more and more audit program names, right?
Yeah.
And it's not going to get any better.
I want to get better, not better.
No, I mean, the more we create, I think it is. I'm surmising. But let's and maybe it's just that data table needs to be expanded, or we got to do something on our end to make it make it perform better.
Okay.
I don't think it was created to be used quite that way. And maybe there's some way we can do to amp up your application to use it the way that's to give it better performance the way it's being used.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I know I have a team meeting with her next Tuesday, actually.
Next Tuesday, you do me a favor. Yeah, I'll reach out to Dawn and to Joanna, see if we can talk to them about that and maybe get our BI team involved before that, what we can do to help you get your data out better, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, great. Thanks, Shauna.
Thanks. I'm just gonna stop sharing.
All right. All right, everybody, does anybody else have any things that they want to cover that we haven't covered individually? If you've thought of new questions, we cover it now, or we can go over it next Tuesday.
I just wanted to say that I've been messing with my data, figured out that one of my filters was wrong. I want to fix the filter. Lo and behold, my data was right.
Hey, great. What was the filter?
I had the wrong date in there.
Okay.
And once I took out the wrong date, and suddenly all my data appeared, and then I thought, oh, I put in the right date, and I get it for the right year now. So
perfect. That was for the app, right?
No, this was for my BBS.
Okay. All right. Well, perfect. I'm glad you found
it. We fixed it.
Ah, there you go. But yep, know your data. It helps. All right, everybody. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate your time, and we'll talk to you next week. Have a great day and a great weekend. Bye.
Thank you.